I didn't really want to talk about this at all, so maybe it's a perfect time to talk about it. The dynamic of, well, I'm calling it the codependent type style narcissist, which is ones that really get into causing enmeshment, you know, with the codependency thing. I mean, it just, they cause codependency in others by way of boundary breaking in some ways, a lot of ways, but I think maybe, I mean, I don't know much about it, but I think that all, I guess they call it now the clinical NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, which is a real life disease that is out there. And so you can notice, I mean, it's terrible because, well, the reason why you would bring up the clinical study of it and define that is because you're defining it over the fact that people could have traits of narcissism under stress or something. It's a thing that it's like a fallback mode into a primitive uh, set of, I guess, values or a way to function, which is primitive, that isn't permanent in people that just can be exhibiting traits from just experiencing a hell of a lot of stress and being and see part of some of that stress is being abused by real life clinical clinical people that are see, I don't know much about it, and a lot of it's hard to talk about it for anybody who is self-examining and maybe self-conscious, because you will get into the intricacies of it and think, well, that's me, and that's me again, that's me again. It's like, again, there's a very deep-seated character that is truly damaged to the core. Their core is rotted out. It is hollowed out of any possible, I was going to say now, identity. And I guess it's replaced with, well, so much. I mean, I understand introjects. People are projecting on us, and it's part of growing up where we have to get away from that voice, those voices in our head that says this is the way it should be for you, and this is the way, because it's really, you need to decide that for yourself, and then come up with your own dialogue about yourself, uh, which is ever unfolding. I mean, that's the journey of your own life, and the narcissist tries to take it away from you by projecting and stuff. So the parents is like the first introjects, right? Is what's called, and so we have to get rid of those. And not just parents. See, parents, where do they get it? Is they get it from their education system and their parents, and where they get it, it's just like this amazing hall of mirrors. Boy, this conversation got really, I was really trying to innocently move into this just one facet where it's really, to me, I'm just looking at this thing like, okay, so we can't really pinpoint this shit. But, you know, all of us need to chime in and sing in chorus. It's amazing how Sam Vaknin will put out a video that's like, you can tell he's making his videos up to date. Like an hour ago, he would release it, and it's like I would get up and be thinking of the same kind of thing. It's like, well, but and it's like, I think it's like the leading edge, the tippy top of trying to communicate about this amazing phenomenon. There isn't anything more fascinating um, uh, than, I was going to say, human relationships, really, because I have 5 planets in Libra, but really within that there is this subject matter of narcissism. I mean, if you're, what I mean is, you must be disinterested in human relationships if you have no idea about narcissism, and like you never come across these people who are genuinely handicapped. That's what it is. Somebody like me, these people don't know how, and going general, they don't know how that the empath is actually adjusting like every bit of the temperature of the empath's intelligence level around a narcissist who is an empath can pick up right away. Oh, this person can't hear very well, or they're choosing. They have pretty soon. It's like the empath is like, oh, they have a neurological disorder. Well, I need to simmer down. I can't really get pissed at this person. It's kind of like you notice there's a small child there, and they're pretty much imbecilic. They're not really in their bodies yet. You want to help them out a little bit, but by just kind of, the saying goes, the children know the truth until they start believing what they're told. Yeah, all over the place with this. I was just trying. Okay, so I put up another video, or I tried to make another video about it. I guess I'll put it up and maybe it'll make sense, but I don't think I got as condensed as I wanted to, because it has to do with the way that a narcissist will, see, they want to find a way to weasel in. And it's sad because it's like this is their natural, like, predatorial, primitive technique. It's like it's the easiest thing to do, really, is just to fall victim of this, like, game, predatorial function that is like, it's like equal to, it's just jungle shit. Like it's an animal that's blinded. It's not human yet. It's not human yet. It's just functioning unconsciously to go in through the weaknesses of people. And there's like this basic thing that human beings have a weakness of needing human contact, or each other. They want a intimate interaction with, or maybe they would like a relationship or a partner. Well, that's like number one, a very common thing that that's the first thing. Is like you got to jump all over that when somebody is there, um, apparently making themselves vulnerable. So, but what I'm trying to say, okay, so but that's a human need, right? That's a basic human need, and you should take care of that, right? You should take care about who you allow into your life. So that's what you need is a certain kind of people, right? That will appreciate you, and reciprocate, and be fair with the way that you are, and it's worth the transaction, um, and the time. So just my point is that's a need you have, and they weasel in on that. So my point is that there's needs and wants, and so you and each individual has a responsibility to take care of these needs. They don't take care of these needs. See, the codependent narcissist, and I say the codependent, but really I think I'm not sure if it's all of them. Well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that they get the things that you like or you need, and they hold it up, and they want you to want them, like, through that somehow. So, to get close to you, that's the only way. It's just a reflex that they have. So, but it's lame because you know, it's going after your weakness. Your weakness. Perhaps you're having difficulty. Say, like, if it's just to get water, to get water or food, or how about, yeah, just to have a friend, somebody to help out with things, but basic needs. God, I'm trying to fucking say something here, because they won't get you what you want. But while you'll find you're enmeshed with this person who has taken over your ability to get what you need, kind of a thing, and they're taking what they want. and it's usually a lot of it's many different flavors of this, right? That can go on. But you watch. It's selfish. It's on their time. It's not. They're not going to answer your call. They're answering their own call with you, and it's selfish with you. They're helping themselves. They're taking what they want. See, they might have everything they need. Also, see, you don't have your need met, and you're vulnerable, and you need help this way. But then they go and see a lot of that. It's manipulative, right? They're taking what they want from you. Women can relate with this because they will yield themselves. It's a natural thing. You open up the school of what do men and women do naturally with each other. Well, men will find out what women need. If they're smart, if they're healthy, they're gonna, even if it's the most beautiful woman in the world, I mean, especially if this is the way you do it, you just look around and you try and find out what exactly does she need. It could be a spur of the moment thing, like you've seen those scenes where she's walking and there's a puddle and he puts his jacket down and she can walk over it, and the more times that he does that and gets very specific to the moment, what is really needed, like just a cherry on top, like keep doing that, keep doing it for fucking 2 years, she's gonna go down on you, guaranteed. Keep doing that. Um, and that's just the way she's built. You're probably anticipating that anyway. Naturally, that's the way you're built as a man. Don't take advantage of that. But that's what the narcissist is doing. That's what the codependent one is doing. I think what I'm really aiming for is the communal narcissist. That's the real name where they tend to string people out. Dangerous people actually, because it's dehumanizing. It's dehumanizing if they do, and they usually want to, right? They want to break into your love life and your sex life and every kind of bit of your life. It depends on who they are. I mean, really, you've got to, now I'm speaking for women, man, and men too, though. See, I think that, see, I'm running into a lot of men who just are turned off, literally. They are not brought up into the awareness of that there's an opposite sex over there. Why? Why? If they're so many decades older than me, perhaps, or just up above there, and um, and they've apparently been with women. So what are these? I don't think they were women, because why don't they know anything about? They're so lost. They're so lost and in pain. In pain. I'm having to deal with unraveling all of this shit. Good God, and you're projecting on me. First of all, I'm just not that woman, and I'm certainly not your mother, baby. See, that's what profoundly I believe. I'm not believe, babe. This is what I know. That the woman has this profound responsibility to bring men up into being human. God, I'm gonna shut this fucking video down right now. And then as well as the possibility of bringing human into soul. How? Here we go again. Controversial subject matter. Sex. It's just right there. It's right there. I call it right there at the spigot. Right there at the spigot. That's heavy duty communications right there. And if it's a dead woman, she has no idea what I'm talking about right now. And a lot of terribly religious people, I don't know what you want to call these people anymore, the living dead, are going, boy, Shauna, she's got it all wrong. She's evil. It's like, no, excuse me, we wouldn't have. It's a higher learning tool, sex is, and you can be too.